What's up for yourself and mine family? We're back. And today, we're talking about freeing ourselves from excuses. Let me give you a little bit more context. Yesterday, we got candid and we talked about the story and the journey and how I got here. And one of the things I referenced was that I'm currently in a work release program, and what that means is I live in a secure facility right now, a correctional facility. So, I don't have all of my freedom. I'm only able to be out that facility when I'm at work, when I'm headed to work, and when I'm headed back from work. I'm able to run necessary errands once a week, but my time's very limited. So, I have to maximize my time. And the way that I maximize my time is producing this content on my way to work, right? I'm on a bike, I only get 30 minutes to get to where I'm going on my bicycle. So, I dual task and I make these videos. One of the things I was thinking about before I launched this channel, and I have been thinking about it for some time, like when is the right time, or, I'm going to be in this program, or I'm going to be in this facility, and I'm not going to have the right setup, and all these different excuses and all these different things, right? Right currently I'm recording this video, and excuse me, I'm shortness of breath. Riding a bike up a hill is kind of hard now. Let's be honest, as we talk about being candid, your boy legs is burning. But I'm recording this video on a first generation Galaxy phone, an Android A15. Camera resolution and all these things were going to be a bit of concern. My ability to edit the videos and all these different reasons I came up with to say, maybe I should wait. But those are just excuses. And some of those excuses are rooted in fear. Remember, we talked about before, fearing judgment, fearing what others think. And when you allow fear to creep into the equation, a lot of times you can generate excuses to validate your fears. And it can prevent you from doing the things that you truly want to do. Right now I could have a ton of excuses, but I'm not, because I have a goal and I have a mission. And we've talked about that before. I don't have any excuse not to produce content. I don't have any excuse not to tell this story. I don't have any excuse not to reach out and connect with y'all. So we can find a lot of reasons to support our excuses. But excuses don't get anything but stall our progress. And if you've learned anything by now on this channel, we don't do anything but stack days. We don't do anything but continue our momentum. We don't do anything but keep rolling. It's the only way to free ourselves. It's the only way to free our mind. See, those excuses are just more locks in the prison, the mental prison that we talked about, right? These mental prisons we allow ourselves to be in, these confined thoughts that prevent us from moving in the direction we want to move in. So today I free myself from any excuses. There's no reason for me never to make a video. Regardless of the time I have, regardless of my circumstances, regardless of anything. There's never a perfect time. There's never a right time. The only thing that matters is speaking this truth, continuing to make progress, and continuing to connect with my audience. But the main goal is freeing myself and freeing my mind. See, making these videos makes me feel good. If I make an excuse and don't produce the video, I don't feel good, right? I keep obsessing over the thought of, when am I going to start the channel? When am I going to make another video? I just got to do it. And that's what we do. We just do it. No excuses, man. Yeah, I could say, well, I need both hands to ride my bike, and, this could potentially be unsafe. Got to weather the storm. Got to make it work. I'm working on getting a bike holder, right, for the cell phone. That's the next step. But I can't wait, because I had the necessary tools to do what I need to do right now. So this one's not going to be a long video today. The message is really short and sweet. If I can do it, you can do it. Challenge and question yourself. What excuses are you making today? What are you allowing to get in your way? What are you validating and justifying just so you can be comfortable, right? You got to be uncomfortable. And the more you allow yourself to be uncomfortable and you get comfortable being uncomfortable, you continue to reach the next level. That's all I'm concerned with right now, is reaching the next level, right? I'm not concerned with inundating myself with unnecessary thoughts. I'm not content with allowing myself to rest on my laurels and continue the same thought processes and behaviors that I had before that prevented me from moving in the direction I needed to move in the first place. Uh-oh. There's a reason why I'm just starting this channel. Because I made excuses in the past. Right? And you probably ask yourself, well, what's truly an excuse and what's not an excuse, right? Well, let's break that down. Not an excuse is that, hey, since I currently live in a secure facility, I'm in a work release program, you know, once I'm off work and I enter the building, I no longer have access to my phone. Therefore, I can't produce content during those time frames. That's a real thing. An excuse is, well, you know, I wasn't able to make a video at any point today because, you know, work was really busy. There was a lot of traffic outside, so I really needed to pay attention while I was on my bike. And by the time I got back to the facility, I didn't have access to my phone. Therefore, I didn't make a video. Those are excuses because there were opportunities to make the video. And you need to do the same assessment when you're assessing your excuses, your day, your actions, your goals, your progress towards where you want to go. Are you making excuses or are things legit? And let's not get it twisted. Sometimes you do have to maneuver things around, manage your schedule, and make adjustments, right? We're not saying that that's not the case. But what we are saying is know the difference between what's legit and what I'm doing to allow myself to be comfortable. You got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. It's the only way to free yourself. It's the only way to make progress, right? Throughout this video, you've seen the camera turned down a couple times. That's because I needed both hands on the bike to cross the street. I'm not concerned with editing it out. I'm not concerned with how that looks on the video. It's just part of it. I said I was going to be candid. I'm going to be candid. It's not an excuse not to post a video. It's just a part of it, right? It's got to happen right now. So, with all that being said, I said this wasn't going to be long. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. The message is simple. Today, free yourself of any excuse that you have or that you want to utilize that prevents you from doing something that you either know you need to do, something you don't want to do, or something you're uncomfortable doing. Make it happen, y'all. You know, I'm almost to work. I got to get out of here. By the way, the interview went great yesterday. They said they'll call me back. You know, one of the things that concerns me is the background check. It's been the hang up with a couple of the jobs, but, you know, hopefully it comes through. I'm keeping the faith. I'm continuing to make progress. Another video down. Another day in the books. More progress is happening, baby. Let's go. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Free yourself. Free your mind. You hold the key, and we free. I'm gone.